So let's move on to our next part, which is the property and equipment. So sa property and equipment naman, dito natin pag-uusapan yung mga depreciation, kung paano natin nakuha yung amount for those depreciation and accumulated depreciation, kung paano sila dine-depreciate yung mga PPEs natin for Kashato, and so on. Okay, so para masimulan na natin, so let's move on to this topic. So let's start with this one. So ito yung property and equipment section sa ating practice set na recorded from the previous transactions. Okay? So ito yung mga existing property and equipment ni Kashato. So we have furniture and fixtures, equipment, and service vehicle. So sa furniture and fixtures, meron tayong batch 1 and batch 2. At sa equipment, meron tayong batch 1 and batch 2 din. So we have different costs here. So every batch and every property and equipment ay may iba't ibang cost. So for furniture and fixture, batch 1 for 50,000, batch 2 200,000 with a total of 650,000, and equipment batch 1 485,000, and batch 2 250,000 with a total of 735,000, and service vehicle na 410,000 pesos. Okay? So, hindi ko na babanggatin yung iba. Let's move on. So, sa ating accounting policies and practice, 'di ba? Napag-usapan natin doon yung number 11 na part, which is about the property and equipment. So, sabi diyan sa ating accounting policies, property and equipment are recorded at cost. Okay? So, isisingit ko lang 'to kasi importante 'to na malaman or matandaan natin when we are dealing with property and equipment. So they are recorded at cost, and depreciation on property and equipment is provided using the straight line method over the estimated useful lives of the assets. Okay, so probably maraming beses na na-encounter nyo na itong straight line method. So, hindi na to bago sa inyo, I think. So, for us to deal with our straight line method for depreciation, we have to get the depreciable cost by deducting residual value from asset cost. Yan. So asset cost minus residual value equal to depreciable cost. So, yung depreciable cost natin, i-divide natin by its useful life o yung useful life ng property or ng equipment to get our depreciation expense. Pero, yung depreciation expense ay depende pa sa kung ano yung ginamit mong useful life. If this is by year ba or by month. Kasi, for example, binigyan ka ng useful life na 5 years. So, yung 5 years na yon, pwede mo din naman siya na i-convert into months para makuha mo yung monthly depreciation. So, yung 5 years, multiply mo by 12 to get 60 months. Okay? Para makuha mo yung depreciation expense every month. So, ganun siya. And also, full month's depreciation is applied on the month of acquisition and none on the month of disposal. So, ito yung pinaka-importante na tandaan when it comes to dealing with property and equipment. Kasi, yun nga, sa depreciation kasi, ina-apply nga siya on the month of acquisition. So, ibig sabihin, kahit anong day mo pa siya na-acquire, so long as doon sa month mo na siya in-acquire. For example, in the month of May mo siya na-acquire. Kahit anong day, wala kang pakialam doon kung anong day siya. Basta sa month ka lang titingin. And yung full month depreciation nung equipment na yon or nung property na yon ay i-record mo fully. Okay? Kahit sabihin mo na nasa May 15 mo siya na-acquire, hindi mo i-record yung depreciation as half of that month lang. Okay, dapat full month yun. Kung magkano yung pinaka depreciation for 1 month, yun dapat ang ilalagay mo or i-record mo na depreciation for the month of May. Hindi mo na siya kailangan hatiin. Okay? And for the month of disposal, yun yung month na wala ka nang ilalagay na um, depreciation expense. Okay? Or wala ka nang i-record na depreciation. Bakit? Kasi, yung supposedly na dapat ilalagay mong record for the month of disposal ay na-apply mo na on the month of acquisition. Yan. So, para medyo magkaroon din tayo ng idea pa, so na discuss ko na rin naman to nung nakaraang video. So, ulitin lang natin. So, again, for example, nag-purchase ka ng equipment on October 16, 2021 with 100,000 pesos. So, ito naman ay ano lang, para makita nyo lang kung paano kinukuha yung depreciation expense. Okay? So, for us to get the depreciation expense, we have to deduct residual value from asset cost. So, that's 100,000 minus 10,000 divided by the useful life of 60 months. So, bakit siya naging 60 months? Because 12 months times 5 years is equals to 60 months. And, pagka-solve niyan, we have depreciation expense of 1,500 per month. Okay? And bakit pino-force, hindi naman sa pino-force, pero pino-push ko yung idea ng depreciation expense every month. Kasi, ang practice set natin ay nakatutok lang or nakafocus for the month of October. So, ibig sabihin, ang depreciation na kinukuha natin dito ay monthly, hindi yearly. Okay? So, pagdating din natin dito sa practice set, ang kukunin natin ay depreciation expense for the month of October lang. Hindi for the month of, or for the whole year na depreciation. Okay? Yan. So, balik tayo dito sa ating property and equipment. So, i-analyze natin sila para makuha natin or masupport natin yung record sa post-closing trial balance regarding the property and equipment of Kashato and the depreciation na recorded dun sa post-closing. Okay? So, magsimula tayo with adding column for salvage value. So, sabi dito kasi, ang other depreciation factors daw, 10% daw yung salvage value ng furniture and fixtures. So, parehong batch 1 and batch 2. So, for us to get that, we have to multiply 10% from 450,000 and 200,000 pesos for us to get 45,000 and 20,000. Okay? And for equipment naman, we have 20% na salvage value. So, we have to multiply 20% by 485,000 and 250,000 for us to get this salvage value of 97,000 and 50,000. And for service vehicle, we have to record lang yung 80,000 kasi binigay na naman dito na salvage value for service vehicle. So that's our column for salvage value. Then we have to add the column for depreciable expense. So for us to get the depreciable expense, diba, we have to deduct the salvage value from our cost. So ito yung magiging kalalabasan. So for example, 450,000 minus 45,000, we have 405,000. And 200,000 minus 20,000 is 180,000. And so on. Okay? So, ganun lang siya. Cost minus salvage value is the depreciable cost. Then, for yearly depreciation, sabi dyan, di ba, sa other depreciation factors natin, we have 15% a year na depreciation for property and equipment under furnitures and fixtures. And sa equipment naman, meron siyang useful life, yung dalawang equipment natin na 4 years. Okay? And yung service vehicle naman ay 5 years ang useful life. So for yearly depreciation, we just have to multiply for furniture and fixtures, we just have to multiply 15% from 405,000 and 180,000, which is our depreciable cost. Okay? So, wag kayong magkakamali doon. Yung 15% sa depreciable cost natin i-multiply, hindi sa cost. Okay? Hindi sa asset cost. So, yung 4 years naman, since it is a useful life under equipment, so yung 4 years, i-divide natin by the depreciable cost of batch 1 and batch 2 of equipment. So, makukuha natin dyan ay 97,000 and 50,000. So, ang gagawin natin, 388,000 divided by 4 years, 200,000 divided by 4 years, and that's the yearly depreciation. Tapos sa service vehicle naman, 5 years siya. So, 330 divided by 5 is equals to 66,000. So, that's the yearly depreciation. Okay. The next one, we have the monthly depreciation. So, sa monthly depreciation, of course, madali na lang to kasi we have yearly depreciation na. So, we just have to divide these amounts under yearly depreciation by 12. So, divide by 12 lang natin sila. So, ito na yung magiging amount ng monthly depreciation natin. Then, itong monthly depreciation, ibaba lang natin dito sa baba kasi meron pa tayong ilalagay na dagdag. Okay? So, yung dagdag natin na column ay yung expired period. So, para malaman natin yung expired period, of course, we have to focus on the acquired on na column dito sa ating property and equipment. So, ayan, yung acquired on. So, for the expired period, eto sila. So, we just have to count the months hanggang sa September 2018. Say, for example, from October to 2017, wala tayong pakialam kung kailang day, basta doon tayo sa month nakatingin as per our accounting policy. So, from October 2017 to September 2018, ilang months yun? So, di ba that's 12 months kapag binilang natin. Yung batch 2 naman ng furniture and fixture, we have April 7, 2018. So, from April 2018 to September 2018, ang ilang months yun? That's 6 months. Okay? And so on. So, bibilangin mo lang yung kung ilang months na yung nagdaan from the date of the acquisition hanggang sa September 2018, which is the previous month of our practice set. Okay? And lastly, the accumulated depreciation. Ngayon, we have to prove if tama ba yung accumulated depreciation na nakalagay dun sa ating post-closing trial balance. And for us to do that, we just have to multiply the monthly depreciation to the expired period na column. Okay? So, kapag minultiply natin sila, ito yung mga makukuha nating amounts. And we have 60,750 and 13,500 for furniture and fixtures. Then equipment, we have 97,000 and 37,500 and service vehicle na 33,000. So, kapag kinuha natin yung total accumulated depreciation in every account na yan or in every property and equipment, so, for our furniture and fixtures, we have 74,250. For equipment, 134,500. And service vehicle na 33,000. So, yung mga yan, yung total cost ng furniture and fixtures, equipment, service vehicle, as well as the accumulated depreciation, binilugan ko sila dito because titignan natin kung tama ba sila or align ba sila doon sa post-closing trial balance natin na record. Okay? And for us to do that, tandaan nyo, ayan, 650,000, 735,000, 410,000, 74,250, 134,500, and 33,000. So, pag tinignan natin siya sa post-closing trial balance natin, makikita natin dito na parehas sila. Okay, we have the 650, 735, 410, 74 to 50, 134, 500, and 33,000. Okay? So, by that, we have proved na tama yung mga accounts or yung mga amounts na nandun sa ating post-closing trial balance. And we got those amounts because meron tayong sinunod na process. Okay? And that's how you compute for the accumulated depreciation and the asset cost of property and equipment.